It has always been 3 years since Old Tucson ceased its operations due to COVID-19. In today's video, we are showing you Old Tucson that reopened as a Western experience with our special guest Kiki. A Western experience is the same entertainment experience that you might remember prior to its closure in September of 2020. The first part of our tour was the Shelton Hall Museum, where we'll learn about the history of Old Tucson studios, the Western films that were created, as well as the original costumes and props that were previously used at Old Tucson. One of my favorites is this film camera. It's cool that you can see through this side. Troy was trying to see through the camera, but you couldn't.
Wait, how do I look into it? I don't want to blind myself. How your eye going there? My eye was in there. I don't see anything.
Is this like some sort of factor to see? Maybe it uncovers it.
I only see black.
So Kiki figured out how she could see through it. This is the other camera here that was previously used at Old Tucson Studios. Here's some of the props that were used here.
It's peacock feathers. I think it's an entire, is that not the entire peacock? I think it's supposed to be like a neck here. It's like that's the wings and that's the body. That here? Like, where is this neck? Actually, this hat would fit my head. This tiny hat, that's for my head. That big hat is too big. Peter, do you have a favorite one?
I think this one's my favorite one.
That one?
Yeah, that one. And let's not forget some of the movies here, such as this one. Before moving on, this is Robert Shelton, who passed away at age 95 on December 15th, 2016. In 1959, he moved from Kansas City to Tucson to set up a Western tourist attraction that later opened to the public in 1960. Old Tucson is not only a theme park, but also as a location for films and TV shows. In fact, it was originally built for the film Arizona in 1940, and other Western films such as Gunfight at the O'Care Corral and Rio Bravo. Next, we saw the old Schoolhouse, where they preserved the history of education in early elementary school. According to this sign, it was a reproduction of the first story schoolhouse built here in 1868. Inside, you'll see the 2 chairs at the back of that classroom, 2 chalkboards on either side, along with the teacher's desk at the front and student's desk against the walls on either side. Let's see some of the reactions of the things that were handwritten on the chalkboards.
Gato is cat. What?
Caballo.
Caballo?
Yeah.
Horse. I was about to say coochie. That's not what that is.
Cochi.
Cochi, pig, sparrow, dog. There are flowers in the garden. The girls jump rock. The boys play. I will not go to the something at something. A map.
Little dude, right?
Is that Hangman over there? Where?
Oh no, it says answer.
Answer what? What's the question?
After the schoolhouse, we went to the old-fashioned sheriff's office. As you enter, you'll see lots of papers on this wooden desk, including this notebook, signed that the sheriff's daughter was missing.
I fear it's not there.
I fear
for
sorry.
He's taking a liking to that cowboy over at the Grand Palace. Put a period in. My suspicion rose a few days ago when she told me she was giving? Going to watch the show again.
On his bunk bed enclosed by the jail cell, there's an apology note to the sheriff about Billy Young wanting to be involved to his daughter and wanting to get married. It's likely that the sheriff arrested him. Next, we had some fun at the Iron Door Gold Mine. Also, you may remember this. Let's listen in.
Little history. This land right here used to belong to the Colgrave family, and many decades ago, gold was found on said land. Once gold was found on their land, some very greedy businessmen tricked the Colgrave family into selling their land against their will. And the Iron Door Mine was built on top of that land. Now, I don't know about you all, but I wouldn't be too happy if someone tricked me into selling my land like that. So, the matriarch of the family, Miss Janine Colgrave, placed a curse on the mine and all the contents within it. Now, unfortunately, only 2 weeks after the curse was placed, the mine caved in. And on that same day, Miss Janine Colgrave died. Miss Janine Colgrave passed away, along with the family's reputation, land, and fortune. It was said that Mrs. Colgrave's final words were, "May all those that seek my gold meet their doom." Now, I just want to represent her voice as accurately as I remember out of respect.
I'm a little Irish.
It's been closed for too long, really, it hasn't been opened until recently. So it's still quite a mystery on what lurks in there. I've heard rumors of bandits coming down here, booby trapping the place. I've heard rumors of spirits that lurk in the caverns down here. So, like I said, try and stick together to avoid any accidents or anything like that. Y'all find a gold back there? No, I feel like you're lying to me. I almost kind of wish I could get out of here. Yeah, this place usually gives me the reach, so we have it.
I don't want to leave Peter.
Did y'all find gold back here? No. Well, at least you all get to leave with your lives, I guess.
Now let's play some Western games. These are some of the Western games you can play at Old Tucson. For this video, we'll show you skee ball, basketball toss, and ring toss. The skee ball is similar to what you might see in arcade games, where you roll the ball to one of the three holes, and you'll get either 50 or 100 points. Lucky for us, there are a few times where the ball falls into 50 points and a few times where it falls into 100 points. Now for the milk bottle toss, you toss the ball into one of the three milk bottles. Most of the time though, the balls just bounces off of it, but here's the moment where try to toss it into the silver bottle. Now for the ring toss, you toss the ring into one of these pins like right here. After having some fun playing some of the Western games, we then visited the petting zoo. Here you'll see some of the farm animals that you can pet and or feed, such as goats, hens, and even a baby cow. It's a lot of fun playing these animals. Now we are visiting the town hall. Inside the courthouse, you'll see the public benches on either side, the judge's bed at the front, and the tables for the plaintiff and defendant.
You're so big. Oh, you're so low.
Look at Chai pretending to see the judge, holding a gavel. By the way, judges use the gavel to call for attention or for a court ruling order. The first we show here at Old Tucson Studios is called The Wild Wild West. This stunt show featured the characters Jim Benson and Miss Gordon when the Mad Dog and Bandit Queen tried to steal gold from the mission. Let's show you a few clips.
Lord works in mysterious ways, but this is such a shame!
Yep, it's a crying shame. I'm so sad.
So sad! I mean, those poor little orphans!
Orphans?
Yeah. This money was to buy them a brand new orphanage! With a giant
My buddy. Wow. I'm inside trying to enjoy the can show, and all of a sudden there's gunfire. What's happening?
Bad news, Artemis. Mad Dog and the Bandit Queen just made off with the mission gold.
Oh, no! No! What's a day of all days?
Right near this first show, we posed for our pictures. We stopped by the Cowboy Café for some lunch after seeing the Missing Sun show, which is located here on the map. There's some great food here, especially hot dogs and cheeseburgers. Now this show called The Nature of Wicked Men had a lot of gunfights, located within the town square. There are two parts of the show. The first part was when the Thoughtful Fox gang participated in opening the first Pima County bank. The second part of the show is when a feared name in every territory has returned to Tucson 10 years after living in the shadow of its former self.
You want me to change? Well, you're gonna have to kill me, Henry.
See this wheel?
The last show we saw is called Fool's Gold Follies, which is at the Grand Palace Saloon. Let me tell you, this is definitely one of my favorite shows, because you can be part of the show with one of the two ladies. Now here's the moment where there's a good actor.
To my eyes deceive me, or is that the legendary outlaw, Porky the Swine? Oh no, Porky, no! Have mercy on this greedy but handsome old cowhand. Spare me from your famous catchphrase, which will surely end in death.
It's a little biggie.
And so the first explorer was defeated by the cats!
Yes! Go Peter!
Before the show begins, one of these ladies asked me to be one of the actors for this show. Later on this show, one of these ladies borrowed me to be on the stage and whispered into my ear the line I should say when asked. Here's what the man said.
Now, you get the best part. You get to play the notorious outlaw. His name was Porky the Swine.
At this point, he gave me the mustache to use as a prop for this part of the show. Later on, he told me the catchphrase I should say.
It was, kiss these little piggies. That was it. That's good. That's good. That's perfect.
A few moments later.
That lady made me stand up again to say that same line.
It will surely end in death.
It's a little biggie. Then everybody applauded for being a great actor.
Yes! Go Peter!
The last part of our tour is called The Last Outpost, the main retail store where you can buy souvenirs and gifts such as postcards and pens. Additionally, you can pay an additional fee for semi-private historical tours at certain times from Monday to Wednesday. While we had fun in Old Tucson, these are some of the attractions we didn't get the chance to see or participate while we're there. We hope to participate in these in the future. By the way, for those still wanting to go to Old Tucson, you may have to wait till sometime in June for the new summer experience. On this website, they have a clear bag policy for the safety of all of us at Old Tucson. Unfortunately for us, the security staff never checked the bags, which is very odd. Hope they do a better job next time we visit. To see more adventure videos just like this one, check out the playlists that you see on the end screen and be sure to subscribe to my channel. Thank you so much for watching and I'll see you next time.